Good afternoon, everyone. This is Group 1 presentation, and these are papers we are working on. The main point in these papers is early childhood teaching method to encourage the development of narrative thinking, ability to communicate, and mental cognition. Some of the main points in these papers, I have put it on the screen. This is the first one, and this is the latter one. The main topic I'm talking about today is some basic concepts in these papers. The first one is narrative. When narrative plus some other elements, for example, narrative learning. Narrative learning is a key genre in classroom work. It's about an activity that teachers are asked students to tell stories and have a reflection on other story. Isn't it very familiar to us? Yes. The topic we have discussed on the last class is storytelling. Storytelling is a process where a teller uses a narrative structure, vocalization, and or dramatic and mental imagery to communicate with an audience. The two words I have highlighted is teller and audience. In narrative thinking, students are asked to be a teller and the audience at the same time, so they can learn from, about, and through stories and their reflections. The next concept is narrative thinking. Narrative thinking is an organizing principle. Organizing what? It's organizing your experience, knowledge, and the transitions within your social worlds. So when not talking about narrative thinking, it has two layers. The one is the literary text, and the other is oral narratives. We are talking now is more like oral narratives. Chomsky has said that speaking is mainly about express your thoughts. So how could you express your thoughts better? Maybe it's about learning and telling narrative effectively. It's mainly about the listener's perspective and plan a coherent and comprehensive speech sequences. So this is a introduction of narrative thinking. The next concept is about communicative competence. Communicative competence is a very familiar concept, which is mainly have four parts: discourse competence, linguistic competence, linguistic competence, and strategic competence. We are talking about the latter two for today because the latter two is essential to school success. Some points and some elements of competence that contribute to its communicative competence, such as being able to listen and attend and follow directions, and some crucial social skills such as working and playing with others, is how to talk to people, how to work with people is very essential for your school successes. The last part is a communicative opportunity group scheme. So this is a method to develop students' narrative thinking and communicative competence. So students are asked to talk in their own stories and then listening and give feedback to other stories. It has some characteristics. Shared meaning through talks. So mixture of activity. The activities could be group or independent. Trained professionals are in this part to sustain shared thinking, to keep the talking going on and encourage more students to just speak. The last one is forms. Games are really recommended in these activities.